future.
Come and guest on our show.
Come and guest on our show.
A mic is waiting for you.
A mic is waiting for you.
Where the topics are all over the place and there's no fondue. Can you tell stupid jokes?
Can you tell stupid jokes?
Are you funny at all?
Are you funny at all?
Got a studio space that needs some taste. Now I want fondue. You know we might have you back again. Promise to listen to you. Can you bring some fondue?
Can you bring some fondue?
And the skewers too. Hello and welcome to Just Us Thinkin.
Hi, everybody.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Rebecca.
And what are we covering today?
We are covering some weird laws.
What's the show name?
It's called Explain Breaking These Laws.
Ah, okay. So those strange laws.
Yeah,
okay.
Those laws.
Yeah, so explain breaking these laws. There's a lot of laws on the books that just make you go, really?
Yeah, I was kind of reading a little bit of these. I didn't read them all, but I skimmed through it, and I was like, what?
Yeah, you have to, this was such a big problem that we had to, make a law about it,
right?
Or not just talk to the one person and say, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah, it's almost kind of stupid crazy.
Yeah, a lot of them are you're gonna think, what?
Yeah.
Did somebody really make this up?
So, and we're gonna go through all these, and I mean, if you know a reason why these laws exist, let us know in the comments. But we're gonna go over this list, right?
Okay. And then, of course, if you have any of your own weird laws,
yeah,
leave those too.
I guess to start with, I think we should probably talk about there are laws out there that kind of get forgotten about. Okay,
Yeah.
So they can't. I mean, they're constantly trying to make new laws to keep up with the times, of course. So there's a lot of laws. If they don't expire, they're just there.
Yeah, I think a lot of these were probably made after a specific incident, and they probably never happened again.
I hope.
And then they just got forgotten about, and they got buried.
Yeah, and the problem is until what happens is someone has to violate these rules, and they have to bring to court and go, this is absurd.
Yeah.
And then they could get those laws removed. But no one's really actually going through and going, I think we should
Right.
be going through some of these laws, but
Get those stupid ones off the books.
Yeah. I would say if you go through this and go, yeah, I don't think this is a problem.
Yeah.
Now there's always one bad apple that ruins it for the bunch.
Yep.
So, and I say that because I see a couple of these, and I could see that these weren't targeted for the general public. It's very specific when it comes down to some of these. It's there should be a law about making stupid laws.
Okay. Yeah.
That way it's done with.
Right. Don't do it.
A good law would be if you're watching the video. By law, you have to click in the subscribe, the follow.
Yep. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, pretty much any podcast player. So.
Yep. And we're going to try and put that into law for you guys.
Okay.
So, see how ridiculous that sounds? It's crazy. So, now I think I would like to get right into some of these laws.
Okay.
We're going to go backwards. Okay.
Okay.
Are these in order?
I
didn't think these were in order.
No, I don't.
I guess they're in order.
Yeah, they're not in order.
No, well, we're gonna start. We're gonna start at the bottom and work our way up. Yeah, I guess it almost sounds like they're in order, but okay, that's fine. What's the first one? Rhode Island.
The first one's from Rhode Island. You can't sell toothpaste and a toothbrush to the same person on a Sunday.
What?
Yeah, that's a law
And
in Rhode Island.
yeah,
Yeah.
Providence.
So if you go to brush your teeth in the morning, you break your toothbrush, and you're like, oh, I'm out of toothpaste too. I'll just run and grab that together. There's a law against that. It's illegal.
Yeah, that is
What? Providence, Rhode Island. It's a blue law from an old moral code.
That's weird.
What's moral about that?
I think streetwalkers, after they're servicing it,
Yeah.
I would think, listen, streetwalker, whatever the problem, whatever the moral code is here, isn't cleanliness and like brushing your teeth and toothpaste probably a good thing?
I know they kind of go hand in hand. So why wouldn't you sell them to the same person?
Right. So if we're going on, if we're going on trip on Monday, that means I can go buy the toothbrush, and then you have to walk in later to buy the toothpaste
Yeah.
because we couldn't buy it together because
Yeah.
we're going on a trip and we're going to throw that in our suitcase. If we did it on a Saturday, we're fine.
That's weird.
Any other day of the week, it's just Sunday.
Yeah, and
That's God's day, and God doesn't like you dentists.
and it's only in Providence. So
Right.
yeah, that's kind of weird.
Just bullshit.
Okay.
I mean, I think good dental hygiene should never be outlawed.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I'm surprised that was in Alabama. Okay.
So the next one comes from Arizona.
Okay.
It looks like it came from a 1920s flood incident.
Okay.
But the law is that donkeys can't sleep in bathtubs.
Oh, okay. So,
Again,
Did that help the flood?
I don't know.
so I have so many questions.
I do too.
So if I was going to give a donkey a bath, as long as he doesn't nod off, we're fine?
Well, why? Well, I mean, why are you getting the donkey in the bathtub? You can just give him a bath out in the field or in your barn.
Listen.
I don't think they make bathtubs.
This is in
for
Arizona.
donkeys.
I'm glad we don't live in Arizona because I'm pretty sure if we had a donkey, you would find a way to get that in the bathtub to give him a bath.
No,
I'm.
That's what the outside is for.
Oh yeah. But look how cute he is in the bathtub. I could just.
Our dogs don't even like going in the bathtub. I'm not going to try to
Yeah.
force a donkey into a bathtub.
Well, but it's not that he can't use the bathtub. He can't go to sleep.
oh
in
yeah,
there.
How are?
So
Yeah, that just doesn't make
if
sense.
I'm glad I Am Legend had a dog in it because if that
Oh.
was a donkey, he was screwed.
He was.
He was violating the law. Luckily, he's not in Arizona.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess my question is was this such a big problem that they actually had to make a law on it?
Yeah, but I don't know, if
Like,
multiple people did it or just one person.
They had a pandemic in Arizona that people were making their donkeys sleep in bathtubs.
Yeah.
And the reality, I guess they didn't want their ass floating down the river in a bathtub.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is. So you'd rather have the donkey drowned. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah.
And who gives a shit if I put a donkey in my bathtub? If he breaks it, who cares? It's my bathtub.
It's your bathtub.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's just that one actually had more questions than not.
Yeah. What's the next one, Michael?
I gotta stay away from Oklahoma.
What?
I gotta stay away from Oklahoma. The next one's Oklahoma.
Okay.
You can't make ugly faces at dogs. It's a law. $500 fine if you stick
Jeez.
out your tongue to a dog.
Oh my goodness.
Law against provoking animals. God, I again.
If we made like a weird face at our dogs, they would just lick us.
Yeah, I mean, and what it says ugly face. What constitutes an ugly face?
Yeah.
I mean, like if a kid goes, meh, that kid's fined $500. I mean, and
yeah, that's weird.
can you imagine that? I mean, now don't get me wrong. Our dogs are service dogs. I don't want people messing with them when they're in their vests and they're on duty. You leave service dogs alone.
Right.
But I could care less if there's a kid 20 foot away and like
making a funny face.
Makes a funny face at the dog. The dog is trained not to respond there. As long as there's like no, as long as they don't like throw something or do anything, they can sit there and do all that kind of stuff.
And I guess I don't get where that's like provoking an animal.
I guess if you look at some dogs in the eye and you give them that mean, you mean mug a dog.
Yeah.
I can see how it could kind of provoke an animal, but animals should be on the leash first and foremost.
Right.
It should be very well trained, so it's not going to do that. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, that screams violation of my constitutional amendment.
Yeah.
That I have the freedom of speech.
Okay.
Along with that goes with that freedom of expression. So art and stuff is going through that. So if I want to, flick a police officer off, that is my First Amendment. I don't say anything, so it's not really just protected speech.
Yeah.
But if I verbally give my disdain to some guy walking, a dog, and I went, I don't want a police officer to go, I saw that tongue, here's your ticket, 500. Yeah. I mean, I think you went overboard on this.
Yeah,
this
just
is stupid.
a little. Yeah.
And what happens if, like, I'm having so I'm walking out and I'm stroking out and I'm going, I do this, and then some cop mistakes it that I'm making fun of the dog. Now I have to prove that I'm having a stroke. I'm like laying down and he's handcuffed me. Stop resisting. I can't. That's shaking. You dumb shit. Yeah, I see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just stupid. All right. What's the next one?
The next one comes from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay.
This one may be considered disturbing the peace.
Oh, okay.
But it's illegal to sing off key.
Illegal to sing off key in North Carolina.
Yep.
We've been to North Carolina.
We have.
Oh my god. Can you imagine sitting in traffic singing along to the radio and some cop pulls you over?
Yeah.
Officer, I wasn't speeding. No, but your singing was off key.
Yeah. Like,
do they have like a tuning fork to I mean
maybe then like one extra piece of equipment for them. I don't know. That's
yeah.
Like what?
I still think that might be an infringement on your constitutional rights as well. See, that's where a lot of these old laws come through, and if you know the law or you get a good lawyer, you can probably beat that one because illegal to sing off key shouldn't be something that should be ever illegal.
Yeah, and why are you judging?
I swear to God, American Idol is going to North Carolina, and there's cops standing there. You better not miss a beat.
Right.
You can you imagine? Key. You better be right on key. They have this like listening device, and they're like, that was A flat. That was A flat. I mean, really. I mean, that's how stupid is that?
That is.
Mikey,
pretty...
you can't go to North Carolina anymore.
How dare you?
Yeah, see, that's why. That was so off key.
I can sing on key, thank you very much.
Yeah. Sure you can.
You can?
Don't look at me like that. I can.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, can you imagine? You're singing, you're playing, get a frog in your throat, and you mess up when they're jail.
Yeah, that's...
Concerts would suck.
Concerts would really suck. You can't sing at a concert either now. Like,
if you're off key, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Now, is this just like in public, or like if I'm sitting in my backyard singing to the radio, or if I'm in the shower, am I gonna, like, if the window's open and hey, my neighbor's calling? Yeah, my neighbor's singing off key in the shower.
Get over here quick.
Yeah, quickly. I think I heard them yell for the towel. I mean, do you record it and play back?
Yeah, I don't. That just wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then is that like contraband now because it's an off-key note?
Yeah.
Crazy. But
What's next, Michael?
what is next? Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota.
Yeah, this is. I knew this one. I knew Minnesota.
You did?
Yeah. Now, no known enforcement. It's a real law, but I guess no one's actually violated the law, or no one's been arrested for it. But it
Okay.
is in Minnesota. It's illegal to cross state line with a duck on your head.
Now a live duck or like a stuffed one?
Oh, now I have more questions. If I happen to be walking across state line and a duck lands on my head, did he just get me arrested? If I'm going to be reincarnated as a duck and I'm going to purposely fly on people's head and walk across state line.
Like seriously, like I don't think a duck is gonna land on somebody's head and just like walk with them, right?
This is Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Hey, if I have an AR, I could cross state line and I'm fine. But I'm a criminal if there's a duck on my head.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
What if it's a fake duck?
Yeah.
What if it's just a duck hat that looks like a duck,
know. We should
but
go
is
try it
not
out.
a duck? Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay, what's next?
Next comes from Indiana.
Okay.
This was originally meant to protect wildlife,
Okay.
and it does carry a fine of up to $500.
Okay.
But it's illegal to catch a fish with your bare hands.
Holy shit. Are there people, I mean,
What
I've
are you,
seen-
Bear Grylls?
Yeah, I've seen people like grab fish
Yeah.
with their bare hands.
Yeah.
Man, that takes some work.
It does, but like,
You can't use your hands. Use a fishing rod like everybody else, or a net. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
that just like, who's doing that? Like,
Who's going in there?
and
that
who's
means
watching?
yeah. Well, wildlife game. How many bears do you think they've arrested?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I wonder if that's for bears too.
Yeah, they have bare hands.
Yeah, they do.
All right, what is that was Indiana, right?
Yep.
Now we're on Georgia.
Okay.
You can't keep an ice cream cone in your back pocket on Sunday again. Sunday. This is statewide across the whole state of Georgia.
Yeah. Supposedly it was made to stop a horse theft. Like,
Who's
putting ice cream in their back pocket?
to steal from?
well, now is it just an ice cream cone or is it ice cream in a cone? It just says ice cream cone.
Ice cream cone.
Ice cream
Wait.
cone.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, so is
If there's ice cream in it, why are you putting it in your back pocket?
Right.
Eat it.
Yeah.
and it's only on Sunday. So any other of the day of the week you're fine.
Yeah.
It
but not on
just
Sundays.
Sundays is a problem.
Are people stealing horses on Sundays?
Apparently.
And
That's
are they
the-
luring
that's the
them
only-
with ice cream cones?
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what they're doing.
One person thought, I don't have any carrots, so let's try an ice cream cone. Oh shit, the cops are coming. I put it in my back pocket. Oh yeah. I thought he was going to do it, but you know what? That ice cream cone looks awfully suspicious. You know, and this is Georgia.
Georgia. Yep.
Yeah. So can you? Here's the scenario: the guy's walking around and like, is that an ice cream in your back pocket? Yes, officer. Okay. There's a gun on his hip, but that's perfectly
that's
legal.
fine.
You can
Yeah.
have the gun on your hip or concealed on your shirt, but heaven forbid you have an ice cream cone in your back pocket on a Sunday. I'm sorry, 11:50 midnight. You're screwed.
Yep.
I mean,
That is weird.
that's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is California.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is Calaveras County, California.
Calaveras County, California. I don't know where that is. Okay.
Yeah, so this one it's tied to the Mark Twain Frog Jump Festival.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I
So
didn't know there was a Mark Twain frog jump.
There is.
I
Hold on. I have seen videos. My teacher, my English teacher, we read the story, and she showed us the videos.
You knew about this law?
They didn't say anything about this law,
Okay.
but I know that frog jumping competitions are a thing.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I can see that.
I mean, we could do anything.
It's cool to watch.
It's illegal to eat a frog that died during a frog jumping contest. Yeah. And I don't recommend eating the person who died in the Olympics in the jumping competitions there either.
Why is this a thing?
So apparently someone at this festival was eating the dead frogs.
I mean,
Yes.
why let it go to waste?
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I mean,
Who knows?
I don't. And there was enough of this happening that they had to make it
Yeah.
this a law. That's stupid.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you got this one. Go get it.
So now we're going to Florida. Sarasota, Florida, to be exact. I don't know where this came from, but you must pay for a parking meter if you tie an elephant to it.
And this is in Sarasota, Florida.
Yeah.
And the price for parking an elephant is $1.50 an hour.
So supposedly this was originally made for the circus elephants in the 1920s.
So I can see that.
So you're going walking around town with a elephant?
Well, when the circus comes to town, they will probably unload the elephants, and I'm going to gather they were tying up in a parking spot, and the circus probably did it enough that it was taking up parking spots from people, and they got pissed.
Oh,
and so the
okay.
residents complained. This is actually the only one on the list that I could semi-justify.
Make sense of?
Somewhat. Because if
Okay.
the circus is in town and they have a row of elephants tied up,
Yeah,
well, the city's not making any money off those
Oh.
parking meters.
that's true.
So
Okay.
I mean, it's the only one on the list that I can give something to.
Yeah.
But is it still a problem now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they're just setting up anywhere. I think they
Yeah,
they have plenty of space now.
I don't think the problem is. And then we're on number one.
Yep, coming from Alabama.
Of course, it's Alabama. Okay.
So it's still on the books as part of public conduct laws.
Okay.
So you can't wear a fake mustache in church that causes laughter.
Okay.
Again, why?
So if it doesn't cause laughter, you're good.
Yeah.
But what if it's a real mustache that causes laughter?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
legal.
That's legal.
It just has to be a fake
It
mustache.
it
Why
can't
are you
be a
wearing
fake
fake mustaches to church?
Right.
I don't. Was there enough people wearing a fake? I mean, did like one day, like all the women like put on a fake mustache and go to church one day, and they're all giggling at each other,
They must
and
have.
then pissed off the preacher?
priest, yeah.
The only time I could think this could happen is if they did it on April Fool's Day.
Oh.
It,
But
it's
still, come on now.
yeah, it's
You had to make a law on that.
yeah, enough of people had to been wearing this and causing people to laugh.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
doesn't make sense.
yeah, that's jeez.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
that's some crazy stuff right there. I don't know where we find this.
Yeah, I don't either. But I mean, can you imagine if these yeah, dispatch, we have a murder come in. Yeah, we're dealing with a donkey in a bathtub.
Yeah.
You have to wait.
Yeah.
What?
Like, what?
If these were top priorities, we have our shit
Yeah.
all screwed up.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. And who's I mean,
Who's
you
actually
have to.
enforcing these? Like,
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you get busted for any of these laws, you've done pissed off the police department in your area. I'm just telling, because if they're pulling these out to get you, that means they're out for you.
Yeah, either and they have too much time on their hands.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing.
No.
I mean, they have other things to do.
Yep.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should be enforcing those.
Yeah, they need to clean up their laws.
Yeah.
Because that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. And to clean up things around here, make sure you like and subscribe that button.
Yep, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, all social media.
Every podcast player,
all
right?
podcast players.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you've heard of any of these laws, or if you know anybody that actually got arrested for these, I want to know. I want their mugshot,
Right.
and I want the charges listed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the judge is just like,
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go check these out and see if they actually have any rap sheets out there for them.
yeah,
That'd
this
be
is
funny.
crazy. Yeah. So now these are U.S.
Right.
Stay tuned for the after show. We're gonna go to some international laws that are just as crazy. So it's not just us in the U.S. So let's head on over.
All right. Well, bye everybody.
Come and guest on our show.
Come and guest on our show.
A mic is waiting for you.
A mic is waiting for you.
Where the topics are all over the place and there's no fondue. Can you tell stupid jokes?
Can you tell stupid jokes?
Are you funny at all?
Are you funny at all?
Got a studio space that needs some taste. Now I want fondue. You know we might have you back again. Promise to listen to you. Can you bring some fondue?
Can you bring some fondue?
And the skewers too. This concludes our broadcasting day.